All right, welcome YouTube. This is Mark Laser One, and welcome you to another episode of the CBX, or should I say, in this case, the first episode of CBX Two, CBX Two, the extreme, the Canadian Basketball Experience Developmental League, henceforth two. We quit, man. Alright, so what this is supposed to be, because I'm not sure if you uh, heard me say before about the large number of players who didn't get drafted uh, by the CBX. So, I had a lot of leftover players, that didn't get drafted. So I decided to start a developmental league, and and then I started, adding more players as we go. Anyway, I decided to do a developmental league for the CBX. It's a 30-team league as of right now, uh, with the option to grow. And I'm not gonna spend a whole lot of time on it. I'll probably give you like a game here, a game there, maybe an update on which players is doing well, and so on and so forth. Because it's not gonna be like your average developmental league. It's not gonna be like a farm system where one of the bigger teams get their players from one of the smaller teams. It's not gonna be like that. It's not gonna be where we'll send somebody down or call somebody up. So it's not gonna be like a minor league system type. It is for the development of players moving up to the CBX, but it's not gonna function like, say, minor league does with baseball and so on and so forth. So how it's gonna work is the players they play their ass off during their season, and when they're ready, they move into the upcoming CBS draft and throw their names in with the upcoming college kids and high school prospects and try their luck there. They get drafted, hey, they're in the big leagues. They don't get drafted, then they go back into the CBX II's draft and get redrafted, and they might wind up on a different team. So, well, that's pretty much it. The contracts are no more than two seasons. They don't have like 4 and 5 year contracts. So, and they don't make a whole lot. So, anyway, that's pretty much how the league is going to function. So, this is the way I'm going to do it. And what I did was I tried to move a lot of the free agents from the CBX Dynasty. I try to move all those free agents and put them on different teams in the CBX 2, because that's kind of how it's working out. Anyway, I'm gonna do a quick introduction of the teams. I ain't gonna spend too much time on it. Like I said, it's just something that's gonna be more in the background. You might get a game here and a game there. You might get you a little focus in the playoffs. Then we'll let you know, which 10 to 15 players is gonna come into the upcoming draft. So let me see. That's about. Most of the teams are based in Canada. There's about 7 teams based in the U.S. and one based in Greenland. Couldn't come up with one in Iceland, but maybe later we might put one in Iceland. to get all the different locations, to have at least one team. But anyway, let's start off. We got the mini man. I never could really nail it down. Minneapolis uh, Foxes, based in Minnesota. Then we had the Vancouver, how you say that, Kodaks, based in Vancouver. Then we had the Newfoundland Bombers. They are based in the capital of Newfoundland. And then you have the Alaskan Avalanche. They are in Alaska, in Anchorage. Then we have the CIA bounce. The Canadian International Airlines, yeah, this is named after the sponsor of the team, or the people who basically own the team. The Canada International Airlines, CIA bounce. All right, then we have the British Columbia Tornadoes, based out in the British Columbia province. They're kind of like one of those teams that play in multiple cities in that province. So they're not just playing in one place. They might play in Vancouver here. May have a home game in Victoria. They have a home game in Prince George. Just wherever they decide where they're gonna schedule their home games. So. Then we have the Prince Edward of Anchors, the Prince Edward's Anchors, based in the capital of Prince Edward Island. I think it's Charlottetown. And then we have the Ontario Knights. The Ontario Knights are based in Ottawa, Ontario. Then we had the Edmonton. Man, sometimes, Edmonton Stingers. Then we have another team based in America called the Maine Lobsters, based in Portland, Maine. Then we have Nova Scotia Pioneers, based in Nova Scotia. Then we had the Quebec Norsemen. Then we have the Montreal Saints. And then the team based in Greenland, the Greenland Pirates. Then out in the province of Alberta, we have the Crest. And then back in the U.S. and Connecticut, we had the Hartford Whalers, that used to be a hockey team. But they're no longer playing hockey, so they're playing basketball. Then back towards BC, and we have the Victoria Saints. And then back in the U.S., yes, we have the Crystal Lake Slashers. Junior came up with this one, so this is the team that he's gonna play. And he's not much of the sports gamer, but yeah, that's the team that he will play when they come up in the rotation. So yeah, the Crystal Lake Slashers. He came up with this, and we actually found the logo. I was shocked. Anyway, and we had the New Brunswick Vikings. Then we have the York Lions. York is York used to be the name of Toronto a long time ago. So York is kind of like a section or a suburb or something like that. I can't say for sure, but a part of what they would call old Toronto, I think is York, something to that nature. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong, but that's why it looks like to me. But anyway, I think York is like a northern part of Toronto on the map. Yeah. So then we have the Winnipeg Sharks. And as hard as I try to keep from having a team named the Sharks, I finally got one. And trust me, because I almost had 2 Sharks in the CBX. And I said, I don't want no Sharks. Because Shark is such a basic name for a sports franchise for some reason. I don't know why. It just, but hey, there you go. We got one. Then we got the Montreal Royals. So they have another team in the CBX II, and Quebec with another team called the Wolf Owls. Then based in Michigan, we have the Great Lakes of USA, the Loon. What you see they influence. And then Saskatoon, because I try to put a team all over the different provinces. So we have the Saskatoon Comets. Then we have the Nova Scotia Tigers, another group of Tigers. Just can't get away from the Tigers. You're going to always have Tigers somewhere. Then we have the Toronto Sixers. Why I'm using an owl, I don't know. This might be the team that I might play every now and then. I don't really have a dog in this fight. This is more like just watching players develop and moving them over to the other league, to the main league. And then we had the Manitoba Moose. To be honest, I should have had a team with that name Moose in the big league. Then we have the Seattle Skyscrapers. This is a team that I should have just threw in the big league as well. Since Seattle doesn't even have a actual basketball team, as far as I know. Well, the Supersonics are gone, so they kind of based in that type of style, I guess you would say, or that feel of the Supersonics, Scrapers, Skyscrapers. And then we have the Calgary Flames, another flame. Used to be a hockey team in Calgary. Now I think, where are the Flames? Are they still? I don't know where the Flames are. Because I remember the Flames being in Atlanta at one time. This is way back in the NHL history. But I don't know if they still have one in Calgary or not. I hadn't kept up with hockey and it's about 2 decades since I actually watched hockey. Because I used to watch it, because there was a time when it came to sports, it was like, okay, it's football season and I'm focused on football, and then it's basketball season and I'm focused on basketball. It's baseball season, it's focused on baseball, and somewhere in there I would be focused on hockey. I used to actually watch the Rangers, because the Rangers was my team in hockey. I used to watch hockey. Man, I'm sitting up here and I'm watching the Stanley Cup, okay? And as I got older, I just started putting less into sports. And I started, how you say, pruning that branch, that bush, that tree. I started removing some things from taking up my time. And when it came to sports, at one time, football actually won out. The Steelers won over the Yankees. Okay. It just what happened. And And now, when it comes to actual sports that I actually watch, because I listen to sports talk, I listen to the guys debate about who's the best basketball player. That's how I'm beginning to know a lot of the basketball players. I still don't know them, a lot of them by face. I just know by the names because they talk about them all the time, or they talk about baseball players. So that's how I can know some of the names of doing this stuff. But I'm mostly focused, as far as just watching, is college football. I don't even watch a whole lot of NFL. You know, I'll watch the Super Bowl with my friends. That's about it. During the season, I don't even watch NFL anymore. I don't even know why we even talking about this, and what this got to do with the CBX two. Okay. Um. Anyway. Um. Whew, just rambling on, man. So, alright. So those are the teams. I'll give you a rundown of the rosters when there's a game that we're gonna do, and we'll make sure you see all the different players. Some of them will be made up, some of them will be players you heard of before, or you might have to do some research on them. But there it is. It's gonna be made up of players that don't get drafted from the CBX. It's gonna be made up with. I might make up a player here and a player there, whatever the case may be. I might even take some high schoolers and put in there and say, they just wasn't ready for the CBX, but they definitely don't want to play college ball. So might do that. I might take some of the college kids that couldn't make it to the top prospects of the draft list and just send them straight through to the CBX two. So, like I said, it's a developmental league. Okay, so you know how you get some seniors, because that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pull the seniors and one and done into the draft pool of the CBX, but there's gonna be some leftover seniors the stats ain't even worth putting them in that draft, so I just send them straight over to the CBX two and put them in that draft. So try not to get too complicated because it'll take too much time to do all this. But I also want to have a little fun with it. So anyway, that's the CBX two. Like I said, not gonna spend a whole lot of time on it. I'm gonna spend more getting it set up time than I'm actually gonna play games. And so other than that, thanks for watching. Sorry for the rambling on. And you have a good one. And we will see you in the next video.